Onitsha is said to be polluted. What did you do with the ecological funds as governor? Rufai asks P2B. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Hours ago, the Labour Party presidential candidate P2B was interviewed on Arise News by Hossein Rufai and Ruben Abati. During this interview, Mr. Rufai questioned the view on how he spent ecological funds given to him when he was once the governor of Anambra State. He further told the bee that a city in the state, Onitsha, is said to be one of the most polluted ones in the world. According to Rufai, if these ecological funds were well used, then one of the cities in Anambra would not be mentioned as very polluted one as at 2017 when Obi left. In response to this, Obi made it clear to Rufai that he was the first governor to approach the UN inhabitant on urban renewal because of Onitsha, and this can be verified with Prof. Folade. He stated that he followed this plan through by visiting the office in Kenya. He went further to explain to Rufai that when it comes to ecological funds, he was one of the architects of Nigerian Erosion and Watershed Management Project, NEWMAP New Map. He said he has records to prove that he has always been involved. In conclusion, he said, go and verify about the UN inhabitant and New Map. Some people will say Anambra is dirty, but do not know how I met the state as governor and what I've been able to clean. Okay, he just, he don't talk and say, he did the one. What I can see here is, he just took and say he did the little that he could. He did the little that he could. Mr. Liar, you are not getting what he asked you for. How did you spend the money UN is giving you? Good session. But you are talking about UN. In a light problem. What was your reaction when your brain dead Tinubu used poison Holy Communion to answer questions on climate change? Where were you then? You have a blockade. That is why you don't understand what he says. Sincerely, if you read to the last line, last paragraph, or the last sentence, you are going to understand. You're going to understand what he's saying. Obedience don't jack, but you don't go see them here or make them come here, dear Mr. Go and verify liar. Prove the lie with facts and not agbado noise. Why are they like this? It is hard time we start interrogation P2B. He does not answer simple question. Instead, he goes round. He's deceiving Nigeria with go and verify. Well, if you go and verify, you come out of facts now. And then use the fact against him, if you ask me. Someone told you how we traveled to Kenya, someone who read but did not understand, still asking how the phone was expended. Did you go there on foot? After all, the Mushin and Jegunle are still part of Lagos State. Wow, he used the ecological funds to travel to Kenya. Clap for yourself. He said he did the little he could, that he cleaned the state to the extent that, that he actually did clean, but he cleaned it to, an extent, not all. Not be saying no clean at all, and not be saying come as I clean everything. Alright, I assure you, if indeed Obi is anywhere near fraud, he would have been jailed by now because by now, just the way Kano is held till after the election. Trust the All Progressive Congress. For Obi is working through is a testimony that nothing has been found on him. Forget all the sentiment. Tinubu was not jailed by PDP government, but many years after he left, Obi are calling him corrupt man, but refused to see the weakness in Obi. Obi cannot rule Nigeria. Nobody's accusing P2B. All we are saying is to answer the simple question, how he spent the ecological fund and how come Onitsha remained one of the dirty cities. I think that is a simple question. Of course, he has answered to an extent. He said he do cleaning to an extent. Always defending himself with lies to capture the gullibles. What do you do? Because Onitsha is still where it is. This man filled Anambra and has nothing to offer. He's just capitalizing on the present economic situation of Nigeria to sweet talks this one view that he is a messiah. Buhari will be better than Obi. Okay, the question is still hanging, no answer. Where are the obedient followers? You cannot see them here. They are only good at insulting. What do you mean by you cannot see them? Are you looking for obedient supporters? Okay, now that you have seen one, which is me, I hope you have your AK-47 with you. In a get problem. The answers were there for you to verify. The records will convince you. You don't expect him to start explaining every penny he spent during the interview. And besides, you guys candidate Tinubu had been invited severally for interview, but he declined. Even when he was told to make his health record available, you all called Rufai all manner of names. Okay. You can be an architect of a project and still fail to perform well, please. Okay. In your judgment without bias, though you're not from Anambra, whose call be as a failure, yet as a governor, he won numerous awards, including Man of the Year. Guys, let us be sincere to ourselves to move this nation to its permanent site, Ejo. This question was very simple, but what did you do, and how did you use the Ecological Fund? Instead of answering the questions, he's telling us how he visited Kenya. PWB had no time to answer simple questions. He loved telling stories. It is high time we start looking deep into this man. He answered the question by saying he clicked on Onitsha and invoked the UN. Go and learn English. He did not speak Pidgin. Even if he speak Pidgin, Pidgin are still together. Everybody knew Opi Weka before he entered and how neat and organized he left it. He managed the erosion site at Obodoku Road. Go and verify. Wow, please make him IPOB president. Okay, come back and ask him again and he would have taken Ota out of office as president and you will get the answers you want. Are you really serious? The Igbo man is not begging to rule Nigeria. If you don't want, there is no issue. But about that, just let the Igbo man go and rule himself. Then you can rule yourself as you like. Okay. Is it only P2B that is contesting for president? Where are other candidates, and let us have a proper debate? My dear, the absence of other candidates, it tires me. Has this guy been able to answer the question at all? This man can lie, and now the useless media mongers and faceless beggar will not make this trend. This guy is a fake. Obi is a scam. Obi is the personification of deceit and pretense and falsehood. Okay. Well, like I said, at the end of the day, we'll make sure we listen to these presidential candidates well. Ask them questions. It is in listening to them that you are going to be able to ask them questions. And when you get the answers to your questions, alright, well, at the end of the day, for those who did not hear, let me say this. In response to what that Elrufai asked him, Obi made it clear that Elrufai, that when he was the first governor to approach the UN inhabitants on urban renewal because of Onitsha. And this can be verified with Prof. Folade. Many say he did something. He stated that he followed this plan through by visiting the office in Kenya. Are you listening? He went further to explain to Elrufai that when it comes to ecological funds, he was also one of the architects of Nigerian Erosion and Watershed Management Project. He said he has records to prove that he was always and has been involved. In conclusion, he said, go and verify about the UN inhabitant a new map. Some people will still say Anambra is dirty, but do not know how I met the state on the line as governor and what I've been able to clean another on the line. Alright, well, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.